Hello everyone, welcome back to Behind the Pages with Maggie, breaking barriers one story at a time. Welcome to episode 12 everyone, and today I have in store with you a very special and exciting story that I have chosen, and after reading it I really just wanted to share with you. So the title of the book is called Mela and the Elephants, written by Dale Fumerick and also illustrated by Ziyue Chen. So the reason why I really was really drawn to this book is because I know that for the past few episodes, we have been reading a lot of stories on immigrants, where the hardships and the challenges and also like language barriers are highlighted, or key focuses in each of these stories. And of course, this is a very significant part of my channel's goal in that I wanted to shine a light on the stories of the immigrants, refugees, and asylum seekers. But I kind of felt that I was kind of neglecting another aspect which is equally important, and that is multiculturalism. So this story is definitely reflective of that because this Mela and the Elephant, it's a new fable that is told with authentic Thai customs and also includes an author's note with more Thai traditions and language. And of course, before beginning, I think, as I always do, I would like to give you just a bit of context of what the story is so that you would know what is going on. So, Mela, our protagonist, sets out to explore the river outside her village, but quickly ends up in trouble when her little boat is swept downstream and into the dense jungle. She encounters a crocodile, a leopard, and some monkeys, offering each a prize return for helping her find her way home. But the animals snatch up their rewards without helping Mela back to her village. And just when she's about to give up, an elephant shows Mela the kindness is its own reward. So, without further ado, let's begin the story. Mela set out to explore the banks of the Ping River near her home. Her little brother followed to the edge of the yard, hoping she'd take him along. "And what will you give me if I take you?" He had nothing to offer. "Then you stay home," Mela announced. She turned and skipped along the road and across the grassy field before reaching the steep river bank. She watched the water sparkle and splash below. Mira hurried down to the river's edge, and when she reached the dock, she saw a large fish swimming by. What a fine dinner that fish would make, Mela thought. And she hopped into her uncle's boat, grabbed his net, and tossed it far into the river to scoop up the silvery fish. But moments later, she was drifting swiftly downstream. The current was too strong to paddle back, and before she knew it, Mela was swept deep into the dense jungle. And after a long while, the boat caught against a tangle of tree roots, and Mela stepped out onto a large rock. She craned her neck to look back up the river. She was a long way from home. A crocodile appeared along the shore. "Crocodile, will you help me get home? I'll tie a rope to your tail, and you can tow my boat back upstream." "What will you give me for my help?" he asked. "You can have this fish I caught." The crocodile agreed. But when Mela tossed him the fish, he snapped it up and swam away. "Wait!" she called after the crocodile, but he had disappeared under the water. Mela looked around her. Tall trees blocked out most of the sun's light, and leaves stirred overhead and the river rushed at her side. She pointed herself upstream and started to walk. Then a leopard slinked into sight. "Leopard, I'm lost. Do you know a way back to the village?" "I do. And what will you give me if I show you?" Mela thought a moment. "Well, You can have my sweater. It will keep your cubs warm on cool nights." And Mela held her sweater out for the leopard to see, but the leopard snatched it up and leaped away. "How foolish of me," she said, and sighed. Mela walked on and found a narrow path, and soon she was surrounded by towering trees wrapped with ropey vines, and 3 monkeys dangled overhead. "Monkeys, can you show me a way through the trees and back to my village?" "And what will you give us if we help you?" one chattered. Mela held out her backpack. "Well, you can have this pack to carry fruit as you travel through the jungle." But the biggest monkey grabbed it from her, and they all swung away. Mela slumped to the ground and began to cry. Night was falling, and soon darkness was settled over the jungle. She shivered. How would she get home now? Then she heard the rustling and snapping of branches. An elephant lumbered his way toward her. "Child, are you lost?" the elephant asked. "I will give you a ride to the village." Mela cried even harder. "But I have nothing left to offer you." "It would make my heart happy to help you," the elephant said. "I don't need anything in return." He lowered his trunk for Mela to climb onto his great warm back, and he carried her all the way to the village. Mela slid from the elephant's back, grateful to be home. She pressed her palms together in thanks and felt the elephant's strong trunk embrace her. "Thank you," she said. The next morning, Mela's brother asked to see the riverbank where her adventure had begun. "I'll take you," she said, and together they set off to explore. Now that is the end of the story of Mela and the elephant. I think it is truly an amazing story, as it is not only told through the perspective of a young girl who is familiar with the traditional Thai customs, but also explores the importance of kindness and how true happiness most definitely does not come from taking things or advantages of others. Now, there's a side note that the author has also left at the end of the book, which I would really like to read to you. It goes like this. Mela remembered what the elephant had taught her, that kindness needs no reward, for it brings happiness and warmth to the heart. And from then on, she offered many kindness to others and asking nothing in return. As well as this, there's also an author's note about Thailand, where she gives a lot of information and background knowledge to the Thai customs and traditions. So here it goes. Now, this story is set in Thailand, a fascinating country in Southeast Asia. And Thailand is famous for its great natural beauty, from beaches with clear blue water in the south to tall green mountains and jungles in the north. The climate is generally hot, with a rainy season from May to October, and about 67 million people live in this country, and its nickname is the Land of Smiles. And did you know that Thailand has a royal family and a grand palace in the capital city of Bangkok? Now, the Ping River in Mela's story is found in northern Thailand, and it flows into the Chao Phraya River, a major river that runs through Bangkok. Now, through Mela's story is set in a rural village, of course, and Thailand is not all rural. Now, if you visited Bangkok, you'd probably be very surprised at how modern its downtown is. There are plenty of tall buildings and traffic, just like you would see in any large countries or cities. Now, one particular Thai custom depicted in Mela's story is how we show gratitude. Now, Thai people say thank you by holding their hands together as in prayer and bowing slightly. And if you are very, very grateful, or if the person being thanked is much older than you would take a much deeper bow. Now practice thanking a friend. How would you thank a grandparent? Now Thai people also put their hands together and bow this way when they say hello or goodbye. And in the story, Mela learns that kindness needs no reward. There's a Thai saying, place gold on Buddha's back. Most Thai people practice the religion of Buddhism, and one way they pay respects at temple is to apply a slip of gold leaf onto the Buddha statue. And the statues become impressively gilded by loyal Buddhists over time. The saying means that one should perform this act of worship behind the statue, drawing no attention to the good deed. And similarly, a gesture of kindness needs no attention drawn to it. And as Mela learned, being kind to someone makes you feel happy, and there are many ways to be kind every day. You can draw a picture for a friend, help with chores around the house, or tell someone that you care about them. And as the author concludes, she hopes you'll remember to be kind to the people you meet every day. Well, that marks the end of episode 12 of Behind the Pages with Maggie, breaking barriers one story at a time. I really hope you enjoyed the story today on Mela and the Elephant, and I cannot wait to see you later on for our next episode. Goodbye for now.